On my microphone. I'm sorry for the male voice, but we should do with what we can. Okay, today is the uGain webinar. We have around 200 people in the Russian room. And give me a 10 in the chat if you can hear me. By the way, we didn't do our sound check. Are you sure there is no sound, Dallas? Because yeah, other people are giving us 10s. Okay, so we are at the very launch of our unique program where for the first time the participants of the program will be able to make money simply by recommending this application to other people. This is a huge plus for us, and they will just make they will be promoting that application to different trading centers, malls, retail, wholesale stores, and it's a very good opportunity. And today we will tell you about what has been done so far. We will show you the working group, people who are responsible for the launch of the uGain program. You will hear from you will hear the news from the developer, from the project manager, and from all the participants of that group, what is being done and what will be done in the near future to ensure smooth launch of our product. I'm Jamila Jusubekova. I'm also a member of the I'm responsible for the coordinators in every country, and we agreed that every country would have every country would have their own coordinators that would help our promoters to do their work. And in our case, we call promoters people who successfully passed the exam to qualify the position of people who can promote that business to business owners. So we need to make sure that our application is joined by service providers, by trading centers. So it's with our base will depend on how active our promoters are, like how many business owners they will be able to connect to it. We already have a group of national coordinators up and running. We do have the list of coordinators, and you will see in the news all those people who are responsible for the launch of the program. We're talking about people here who obtained the best score, one of the highest scores during our exam. Also, you will hear a lot of updates, including the updates about the launch, the official launch. And I'm sure that that's the news that you are all waiting for. National coordinators will have to work with all the promoters. We will be sharing experience. We will be, again, sharing experience, and we will teach each other. And we will also start forming new groups of promoters. Guys, could you please write in the chat, those who cannot hear should exit and re-enter. Sometimes it happens. Thanks. Okay, so the second group of promoters will be formed in order to accommodate those who did not take the exam the first time. So we will have a second test for them, and they will get a chance to become a promoter as well. And you will hear Dragosh. He'll tell you all about it. And now I would like to pass the floor to the next speaker. Guys, could you please type in the chat for those who cannot hear me to exit and re-enter the room? Thanks. So Jamila says that I am the national coordinator. I'm the coordinator of the national coordinators, and you will get the chance of knowing who they are. Now, who is our next speaker? Then it's you, right? Okay, it's Denis Bespyatov. Thank you very much, Catherine. As Denis Bespyatov is our IT developer. He has huge experience in the area of IT. His products are being currently used in major hotels across the world. And now he's the one who helps us launch this application. Thank you very much, Jamila, dear colleagues. Let's do sound check again. So I can see that in the Russian chat, you can hear me loud and clear. Today, we're going to have a small informal webinar because we wanted you to meet our working team and for you to understand what's the current progress. And it's like a progress report or status report, because we here understand that all of you are looking forward to this application being launched. And today I will tell you a few things about the technical dimension of that application. I guess only two technicalities needs to be addressed before we can launch the application. And the first technicality is the synchronization of the Academy's back office. How we can authorize or verify so we don't have to do it twice. And we did quite thorough work. And I think we went for the best option. And what we're gonna do is, as I said, our partners won't have to register anew. There won't be any need to fill in any kind of forms in the back office, in the Academy's back office on the website, in your personal account. We will post information to all those who passed the test and everything is all right, who has the attestation. In their back offices, they will receive information about what they need to do when they enter the application. When you enter the application, uGain and uGain Business, there is a button there, authorize via email. And there will be also additional detailed instructions on where to click. It's going to be all in pictures, and it will be more or less intuitional. And so you will click on verify through email, and then you enter the code, your promo code that you will get in your back office. We're talking about a 9-digit code here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those digits need to be entered in the login field, and then you will get your password in the back office as well. You will enter it, you will synchronize uGain database with the database of the back office. So why do we need to do that? Is to make sure that when we launch our platform, there is a clear understanding who is the upline of whom. So to what particular user a certain business owner is under whom a certain business owner is registered. So again, to recap it all, you don't have to register anew. You will use the code and the login and the password that you receive in your back office. And the synchronization is almost done. At the moment, our team is working on it, and the Academy's IT team is working on it as well. People in charge of the back office. So this is the group work, and as soon as our IT guys, the people responsible for the Academy's back office, provide all the information, it will be available in the back office. at once. Now, our next important thing, which hasn't been yet fully addressed, but the work is being actively carried out, we are connecting the payment system to our application. Originally, we planned to launch the application without it, but we realized that the promotion that we've announced can be achievable only if business owners start paying for the subscription. And that's why we're connecting the payment system, and it will be an extended version 2. So business owners can not only use their bank cards, but also their current bank accounts. Using the bank details, they can top up their wallets or pay their subscription using cryptocurrencies as well. There will be several options available. And this work is being carried out, and Dragash will tell you more in detail about it, what we have so far, what we have achieved so far in terms of the payment system. We have quite strict financial control that we're going through right now. So those are 2 points, technical points or issues that we need to address, and we can launch the application. So I guess as far as the technical part is concerned, this is it. In the near future, we're going to launch, especially for those who is interested in the overall process, how the development is performed, what kind of reviews we have, kind of audits we have. And I think we will launch, let's say, an online broadcast live, which will allow you to take a glimpse at the development process. Well, now I think it is time for me to pass the floor on to the next speaker. Today it's more like an improv, improvisation. This meeting is quite spontaneous, and I would like to pass the floor on to Anastasia. And if you have questions, we will address those questions. People are asking in the chat when the pre-launch is going to be, and we will tell you about it. Don't worry. Now I pass the floor to Anastasia Yugazhinskaya. She's our business lady and a super partner of our team. Anastasia, you have the floor. Thank you, Dennis. I would like to greet you all, guys. And the year 2020 is so saturated with events for our company. And I realized that there might be some concerns. Tamara Shipkova in the chat is behaving quite strangely. If you're in our promoters group, I don't think you should be doing that business, because you're really not behaving well. Guys in the English chat, unfortunately, you can see what she's writing in the Russian chat, but she's really rude. There are some stories about people some people criticize, other people give, bring good to the world. And we have to decide what group you belong to, what group Tamara belongs to. You need to understand that sometimes it might not be noticeable, but our IT guys are literally burning midnight oil trying to fine-tune and polish the application before launching it. So guys, I never did the sound check. Could you please give me some feedback whether you can hear me or not? And again, I'm an ambassador for the Russian-speaking region. Today, by the way, we had a meeting with Annette and Elena for the Russian-speaking community. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend that hot seat, but I couldn't miss this webinar, so I did my best to show up, because we need to make sure and to show you that we are launching a large-scale project, and we shouldn't be launching it for the sake of launching it. We should first make sure that it is world-class application. As my dad said, if you do something, do it at 100%. And otherwise, don't even start it. And that's why we're doing all we can And we are preparing a lot of materials, promotional materials, advertising materials, and technical materials, which is being translated into many languages. Jamila is the coordinator of all national coordinators. We're preparing a special training for them as well. And you might know that in our back office, in the section education, there is a special section called uGain. We had a lot of sessions held, and we plan to have a total of 7 sessions, but it turned out that the number of sessions was bigger. And people in your team, if they do not want to work with the uGain application, like mentors, like promoters, you still recommend they take the training, because we often discussed within our team that the training that we provided within our project is a comprehensive training. It is applicable to any sphere of business. And as you know, we invited Alexander Vasutin, who is a sales expert. At first, we wanted to hire him and to simply listen to him and then create training material of our own. But then we decided that who can best tell the story than Alexander Vasutin himself. Therefore, we allowed him the opportunity to conduct the training. And guys, if you haven't taken it or your partners haven't taken it, you should. If you are a VIP club member, if you're not a VIP club member, pay this subscription. It costs $10-20, maybe $50 if you're of a higher rank. Don't miss out on that training. It is very important. We had trainings such as techniques of positive influence, or how to make your sales pitch to make people agree. We had one more training on the guidelines on sales by Alexander Vasutin. Please take a look at it as well and use it. Use it in your work. Even if you never do the promotion of our application, uGain application, you will still be able to use that application, those guidelines in any other area, the Academy of Private Investor, or you might be offering the opportunity to participate in our exchange or data mining product. Doesn't matter. We are all part of this big holding group of companies, and that knowledge will help every person to adequately, to correctly handle your clients, to work with them, and to work with your teams as well. That knowledge is very, very important. So I urge you to go and familiarize with that information. And as part of the uGain coordination team, Petra and I were in charge of education. But you see, eventually it was not us who conducted the training, but a professional with many years of experience who brought many companies to a very high level of sales. And I am very glad that Mr. Alexander Vasutin agreed to conduct training for our partners. And thanks. I would like to again thank Alexander. And Vera in the Russian chat wrote that the training was one of a kind. It was indeed. Very soon you will know when we're going to have our pre-launch and then the official launch. We're getting ready for it. Right now we have already developed the invitation. It's going to be a promo video that you will be able to send to your prospective clients, to business owners, that you can send at the beginning of our the launch of our application. We'll have 2 more videos, one for users and the second one for promoters. You will use those videos in your work. They will be presented during our official launch, which is to happen in the very near future. We prepared those videos. They are very cool, very modern, very interesting, and certainly they piqued our interest. And the entire team, our entire team enjoyed it quite a lot. And the makers of the video did their best to make those videos quite interesting. And we will present it on the official launching. And then on the pre-launch, we'll have another video So you will be, and there will be a video for you to use to invite business owners, your prospective clients, to the pre-launch as well. And also we are going to have a special brochure, and it's commemorated to the Christmas and New Year's holidays. It's quite full of colors, and you will be able to send it as an official invitation to our opening. The work is being conducted all the time. We have quite a big team working on it so that our big movement is launched, because it is big. We have 10 countries, top 10 countries. Uh, well, I made a mistake. Top 10 languages, not 10 countries, because several languages are spoken in more than one country. So as Jamila and Dennis said, please wait, show some patience. And I know that we have the build-up of anticipation here, but we don't need to hurry. We need to take it not slowly, but at a moderate pace, so that we would not make any mistakes. We will have one more examination for the people who joined our company but didn't have time to take the first test. We're preparing a second set of questions, and before the official start, we're going to have one more exam that will allow us to join, will allow more promoters to join us and work with our application and have more business owners join us. So prepare yourself, rewatch all the videos, all the trainings from Alexander and us, and the questions will be different. So I would like to warn you right away that you need to prepare, and you need, those of you who did not pass the first exam or didn't have time to take it or pass it, prepare. Do not count on you being able to pass it just because you know the questions for the first exam. And those of you who already took and passed the exam, you can refresh your knowledge. And if you take a second exam again, you can just check your knowledge. Let's get ready.
My part is done. I hand over to the next speaker, quite likely Dragos, no, Tatiana. I hand over to Tatiana Zarudskaya. She is our angel, so the one who structures everything, all the phone calls and meetings, and she is an administrator. And I'm very thankful to her, because through those people who keep everything under control, we can move forward. Thank you very much to all of you, and I'm saying bye-bye to you. Thank you, Anastasia. You actually shared it in detail, and you are a positive thinker. You are a person who motivates not only the participants, so the team, but the participants of the webinar. Well, my name is Tatiana Zarudskaya. I believe you can hear me well. Please put a plus or your tens if you can hear me well. As Anastasia said before, I am responsible for organization, meetings, presentations, translations, publications, and etc. I'm not doing it on my own, as this is the work that requires a lot of precision and a lot of tiny steps to take, and it should work as the watch. And in the background, at the backstage, there are a lot of people who write down the news, translate our presentations, our webinars. There are many people we don't see, but they work hard. And out of the news shared this week, as Jamila said, we set up a team of coordinators for the first 10 countries, and we realized that we can and we would like to regulate the work not only in 10 top countries, but those that are not in the list of 10 countries. You asked us to do it, and we made the decision to involve all those countries, all those who passed the exams, and it will be an additional push So therefore, we are adding a list of our coordinators. And please be mindful, if you are added to any uGain groups, don't worry. So don't believe that it is not done without the permission. You may not know the coordinator, but please be ready. If you are in list A, you may be added to a group of uGain promoters, and there you will contact, you will be in touch with your coordinator. He will guide you and help you, and also request from you to work hard. And we are preparing some tools. Maybe Dragas will tell about this as soon as we are sure that he is ready to actually assess the performance of all the promoters. So don't be scared if you are added to some groups. If you dislike what other people are writing, so you can use the mode of unmuting, but nonetheless you will be able to follow what is happening in the group. And this week we had a meeting with the support team who are working and not for uGain. So they are ready to answer your questions. So we keep them informed about the project and which issues they may expect. We train them for them to provide the relevant support to you, because apart from coordinators, you do know that we have the support team. And in case of any issues, first of all, you contact the support team in the back office. This is the reason we train the support team staff, for them to be able to address your issues regarding uGain. And now I want to mention the topic of list A and list B, as now people are looking through and still verifying. They don't see their names. The work is still going on. Look, those people who were not careful reading and they didn't read that they should share their email and back and phone number of the back registered in the back office when they pass the exam, and therefore it happened that some people are not in the list A because of a different email. If you don't see yourself in list A, then contact the support team in the back office. First of all, double check if you meet all the eligibility criteria to be in list A, and that is membership of the VIP club, and the second one, either a consultant or at least 1,000 investment, this or that, and the VIP club membership is a must. If you meet all these two criteria, then you should contact the support team saying that I passed my exam, but I am not in list A. And there they have a table where they take your details or put your details, and then we verify why you are not in list A. If you if you are not a member of the VIP club, or you need to improve your investments and advance your rank up to the consultant, if all the criteria are met, then contact the support team. And afterwards, as soon as we verify the list made up by the support team, we do not include you into list A. So we are not, so we will include you, but we won't publish a new and updated list A. So we will simply indicate you in the list of promoters eligible to work with uGain, and you will get some notifications from coordinators. You will be included into the working group, and you will get the instructions of how to create account in uGain. Dan, describe this. So this is what is going on in the background. Now I hand over to the next speaker, Dragas, and in the end, we will answer your questions. Therefore, in case along our speech or our talk you have any questions, write them down, and in the end, we will answer them all. Dragas, the floor is yours. Thanks a lot, Tatiana. Thanks a lot, my colleagues, Jamila, Dan, Anastasia, Tatiana. Thanks a lot. You are incredible colleagues, and I'm very grateful to have you in my team. But now I'd like to take us back to the topic Denise mentioned. Look, our tools we try to introduce into uGain system, I believe that they should be 1000% functional. And I prefer sometimes to slow down and wait for another 1 or 2 weeks before the project is launched and get no complaints from our partners or negative feedback from entrepreneurs. I don't want to be in a hurry simply for the sake of launching. I believe all of you dream to have this tool in your hands, but at the same time, I believe that you all want this tool to be very operational and functional. And this is our goal, the goal of our team, to get a well-functioning tool. As Tatiana said today, we have a lot of people, a large team working at the backstage in the background, including IT guys, the payment system. So there was the complaint that Draga's video is not displayed in the Russian room. Actually, he is there. Well, now I can be seen in the Russian room as well. Sorry for this hiccup. Well, I told you that we want the system to be 1000% functioning and to be able to distribute our revenues. You remember, we have 4 streams of bonuses. And it turns out that both entrepreneurs and our promoters can make their earnings. And all these combined will help us avoid some negative feedback or complaints or grievances, as everything we do now will help us improve enthusiasm, as when a product is very functional and working well, people will spread from mouth to mouth the information about this. So starting from the mid of December to mid-January, since the pre-launch date. This is a very important milestone for our application, and as soon as it is fully functional. Why it is so important? As pre-launch stage will enable us to register entrepreneurs through our app, and I think that we can register 20, 30, 50, and even 100 entrepreneurs in 2 weeks. And reach the grand finale date, that is the official launch date, with a large database of entrepreneurs. And I think that the number of entrepreneurs registered will be very large, and all them will be willing to participate in our official launch. Entrepreneurs can see all the characteristics and benefits of our application, as well as all those bonuses available to our customers and those functions that will improve their performance, their business processes. And accordingly, all this will give us a chance to offer them a good service. And this is the functional part or cornerstone of our project, which should be linked to the work of our promoters at the pre-launch stage. And within this month of work, there is a goal to register up to 800,000 businesses. If we divide this number by 5,000 promoters, we will get 160 businesses. Should we divide it by 30 days, we will get 5 businesses to be registered a day. And you all have a chance to benefit from 50% discount and be eligible for the second prize of our competition. We all know that only the 2 fastest and quickest persons will become winners. Do you remember which prize I'm talking about? This is MacBook. But all those people who can register 160 businesses will get our uGain tokens as a bonus, as a gift. As for the first 20 entrepreneurs, for each 20 entrepreneurs, you get 500 uGain tokens. Then for another 20 entrepreneurs registered, for the next set of 20 entrepreneurs registered, you will get 100 uGain tokens. And all this will be accessible to you within 1 week before our official launch date. And all those who can register 160 companies eventually can earn 1,200 uGain tokens. But think of these large figures. we do know that our coordinators that will work very actively, intensively, but at the same time, they will earn a lot. Should we get 150%, that is a subscription fee with a discount, multiplied by 800,000, we get 120 million US dollars. These are the revenues in the first months of operation of the uGain project. Can you hear me? Please give me from 1 to 10 in the chat some indication. A part of this revenue will be distributed under the marketing plan. Thank you very much. And another part will be distributed as an earning of our coordinators. And can you understand which benefit our promoters have? By creating your personal networks, your structures, they will be rewarded through our competition, make their earnings under the marketing plan, and in addition, they get an additional earning from our ecosystem called uGain. Well, I think that you have something to work on to reach good results. I mentioned this as I want to explain you how important it is to reach the pre-launch date with the relevant database, including or composed of the registered businesses. And on the day when we make a presentation highlighting 4 streams of income, when they see our marketing plan, our bonus plan, and all those opportunities the project offers, for them, it will be a revelation. And they will get all this through the invitation they receive from an invitor. And during our event, they are also offered a 50% discount. On the date of our launch, they can pay for the subscription fee with their bank card. And can you project what may happen on this day, how much we may earn? And this is the reason why today Dan said that to keep everything functional, well functioning, it takes some more efforts to keep well-structured distribution under the marketing plan, distribution of all the bonuses, and synchronization of our app with the API back office. We will give you the right tools, working tools to reach the results set. And as Tatiana said above, we work 24/7. We work overnights to equip you with this tool, the tool that will be presented to our partners.
Believe me, that person is just a genius. And we will finish the development of one tool, and that instrument, that tool, will help promoters to achieve all those results that we will ask them to achieve, and it will help them control the growth of their network and the sales volume, whereas we are going to receive all the statistics, and it will also facilitate the work of our coordinators, because one of the biggest tasks of our coordinators will be to organize the work of our promoters and to organize the training for our newcomers and to conduct presentations for business owners. This instrument, as I said, will allow us to control the growth of all the countries that are covered by the uGain project. And all of it allows me to be calm. And that calmness, that quietness, that enthusiasm um, should be your own too. I would like to pass it on to you. And now I will introduce one person to you, and I hold that person very dear to me because it is thanks to him that I'm here with you. I'm implementing, achieving my dream, and I'm creating the ecosystem that helps entrepreneurs to end users to gain with no pain. And I'm very thankful to Petro Jalba, who is a true leader. He's just a very, very great guy who always helped me in any project. He supported me in all my beginnings. Therefore, Petro, you're welcome, and I would like to pass the floor to you so that you would share your information on uGain. So we cannot hear Petro for now. There must be something wrong with his microphone. We can see that his microphone phone is on, but for some reason we cannot hear him. Let's see what's the problem. Try connecting with your phone because we cannot really hear you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. Just give us a second, okay? Technologies, eh? Can't live with them, can't live without them. It seems Petro is online. Okay, good. Hello, dear friends. Finally, I managed to patch through. Hopefully, now you can see and hear me. Great. I can see that the Russian chat is giving me tens. Good. So, while I was listening to our speakers and listening to your and watch and reading your comments, a quote came to my mind that 99% of people do not want to make 5 million in 5, 10 years. They're not ready to wait, but they are ready to make $50 a day. And when I was reading your comments, when we're going to launch, where is the launch? We are launching very soon, but you need to decide which category you belong to. Do you want to earn $50 a day or 1 million in 5 years? Or making 50, $100,000 per month? I understand that it's not easy to do, and that's why we need patience. I realize that it is very easy to criticize people and to say things that you cannot later take back, you know. Some people say that they are ready to earn $50 a day. Well, for someone it's too little and they would like to make 1 million a year. But let me tell you, uGain is a team of professionals, and they're not just tourists. Those are people who have been with us for many years, and people who are really enthusiastic, passionate about that project, and they would like to have it launched as soon as possible. But for a product, for a project to be successful, you need to put time in it. You shouldn't hurry. So my topic is about the advantages of uGain. There may be a lot of different loyalty programs, and the advantage that we offer is that we are international. We can work across the world, and we're launching that platform not from scratch, but with already established customer base of 1,500,000 people who can use that application. This is a great advantage because you can already add a lot of value to the product thanks to the already established customer base. And also, we need to be able to work in every country of the world. That's why it is very important, as Jamila and Tanya said when they talked about the technical issues. We need to find loyal people who are ready to assume the responsibility in their respective countries. But for now, we are launching the application in top 10 countries, and we need to be able to develop uGain in every country of the world, because this is our competitive edge. We're not going to work just in Russia or Europe. We're going to work across the entire globe. And my goal or my vision is for uGain program to be downloaded by every business owner and every third client, because we all enjoy discounts. And I think even rich people still enjoy discounts, I'm sure. And when I buy uh, clothes, I always buy them on discount. And today we have a global Black Friday, and imagine that a client will be able to enjoy Black Friday every day around the year. So that's what application provides us. And this is our, as I said, big advantage, competitive edge, that we will be able to work in every country of the world where there is mobile or internet connection. I remember when I worked with Skyway Invest Group, is that this business is not limited to one country. It is a global business, and this is a big thing. So right now, let's take the exam if you haven't yet taken it, and let's see who are those people who are ready to assume the responsibility to make sure that every business owner downloads that application, because it is a tool that can help them. It is very important for all of us to have loyal clients, and I think that's the goal of any business, to make sure that a common client becomes a regular client. And uGain can help you with that, in addition to the database monetization. So a regular client is the one that goes to you every time and buys products that you can offer them. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys. Let's be patient, because let's think big, and let's think about a million, that we make a million in 5 years. And then you take a million, you divide it by 5 years, and you see how much you earn per day. And I'm sure it's going to be more than $50 per day. And I'm sure it's going to be work. I'm sure it's going to take off. I'm talking about our application, because everyone on our team is very, very hardworking, is a hard worker. And I'm sure that uGain is going to enjoy immense demand, because it's something that should have been launched long ago. And we're the first one to do so. Maybe Dragash would like to add here. Or should we call it a day? Not yet. Not yet. I very much enjoyed your example and how you brought it out. I think now we can all turn our video cameras. All of us, of our team, please activate your cameras, and you will be able to see us all. I remember when Dragash and I were in India, and we were making a presentation there. There were 300 people, and it was a third hour into the presentation. So people were listening to information for 3 hours in a row. But in India, if you want to invite someone to a presentation, you need to set up a buffet, something to eat, right? Refreshments. And I remember I was the last to speak, and we put the last information to the end. And everybody wanted to eat where they're hungry. Nobody listened to me. And I said, guys, you can go and eat right now. And it's up to you. But if you go and eat, you will lose crucial information, mission critical information, information that would bring you $1 million. And you know what? Nobody stood up and went to the buffet. Everyone stayed and listened to me carefully. So the same here, patience, patience. Yeah, I agree, says Jamila. A lot of things that we're doing right now, we're the only one and the first one to do it. And uGain is one of such one-of-a-kind applications. That's why it's very important to make sure that it's technically impeccable. Yes, I see that there are some hiccups, some obstacles, and we're doing our best to overcome them. And you see that all of our team members would like to start already now, but we shouldn't hurry. And we never mentioned gifts. By the way, there was a special presentation where you could hear and learn about the gifts that will be given to our best promoters, those who will work with business owners. Therefore, I understand your passion, your enthusiasm. And today we just decided to hold this webinar, this session, for you to meet our team, and for you to understand that a lot of work is being done behind the scenes. Yes, thanks, Jamila, says Anastasia. Some people say, why do you postpone it all the time? First you say the 15th of September, then October, etc. Why not set on a specific date? Guys, I have a lot of experience in business, and sometimes you make plans and you make several steps towards the implementation of that plan, and then new circumstances appear. And also, along the way, on the implementation of our project, a lot of other ideas were added. So we cannot really tell you the entire background. Uh, there is too much to tell, and we are all waiting. We are all in anticipation for the launch. And I already talked personally with lots of business owners, and they tell me, where is the presentation? Why haven't you launched it yet? And I tell them, patience, because when we do launch it, you will be amazed. Yes, always on the path, there will be circumstances, unforeseen circumstances, because we are the first to launch a project that is more than just an application. That's why we're trying to ensure that all possible aspects are taken care of. And as all of the previous speakers told us already, it's better to provide a quality product and take more time than to hurry and to provide a really poor quality product. Therefore, there is a Latin phrase for uh, hasten slowly, festina lente. So this is a perfect case for it. If you hurry, do it in a slow pace. And I think Dragash wants to add something here as well. Dragash showed like a finger, and I thought that he wanted to add something. In this case, I'm going to add, said Dennis, is Dragash is not saying anything. So, while we're having this webinar, the work is still ongoing. I have two big screens in front of me here. It's like, the chameleon, the animal that can change colors and has two independent eyes. And I'm very envious of that animal because I would like one eye to keep on my working screen and the other eye on this screen where I have this webinar. At the same time, we're conducting the webinar and we are also managing our team. I'm receiving a lot of questions coming my way all the time. Also, in parallel, we are working on the back office. And as Nastya said, we have tasks in front of us that nobody ever handled before. There is a corporation, Google, and it entails a lot of different projects. And you need a single authorization for all the sub-projects of Google. And that's what we're trying to do as well. We need to unite our entire ecosystem together, like uGain, data mining, digital doubles. We need to make sure that we have single authorization, and we shouldn't also forget about our affiliate program, partnership program. And what we're doing right now has never, ever, ever been done before. And uGain is just a small brick into our ecosystem. And we cannot simply convey all those things that are being performed right now at the back end. Oh no, behind the scenes, on the background. But at the same time, we're doing our best not to delay anything, and just be patient for a little more. And I think it's better to launch it good the first time rather than to launch it and then to have to redo all of it, because you can only make the first impression once. We have only got one chance and we don't want to waste it. So just be patient, okay? Dragosh haven't yet told us about the payment system, the work that has been done in Switzerland. Dragosh, if you can, could you please cover that point as well? Okay. Well, at first, I didn't really want to interrupt Anastasia. I was, you know, showing, I was raising that finger to myself that I kind of trying to stop myself from talking because um, I don't want to disclose all of our secrets right away, because if we do, then there will be no surprises left for our partners. Or if we tell everything right away, then our partners will start demanding us to deliver those surprises. But since Dennis himself asked me to share that secret with you, it's not a secret anymore. It's some, let's call it closed information that I'm ready to share with you, which is also an incredible opportunity for our country. I personally wanted to go to Zurich to meet Maria Antonenko and Valentin Sokolnikov, who are taking care right now of our payment system, who are taking care of the launch of our cryptocurrency and our blockchain. And the payment system that will be launched through uGPay Group AG. And as you know, we will have our bank cards within that system as well. So you can't even imagine that when we will enable our partners to have their own bank cards issued by our company and connected to all of our projects, including uGain application, it's gonna be something amazing. So just if we take a calculator and take 800,000 companies, which is our target, who will ask their clients to download our application. And if we take, I don't know, 100 clients per company within 1 month. So let's do the math. We get 80 million clients. Every day, who will every day be using our application. They will be using our payment system, our application, and our bank cards. That's why this payment system is very, very important to us. And as Mr. Denis Bispatov said today, we need to make sure that everything works smoothly, that everything works correctly. And in this case, the payment system will allow us to use our bonuses. For example, you go to a store to do your shopping, or you go to a barber or a hairdresser or a beauty parlor, or you want to buy a new phone or a new TV. What if you want to go and buy a car? Who knows? So all that will allow us to make money and to spend it and to allocate our bonuses within our ecosystem. And that's why I think this is our secret of success, to get a well-functioning system that will allow us, our ecosystem, to launch, to take off.
100% launch and then distribute the profits between the clients and the entrepreneurs. And we are fortunate that this ecosystem is not owned by any third party company or any company outside. Everything you hear today is in ownership of our global investment portfolio. Therefore, you should be proud to be co owners of all this. And therefore, I'm very grateful for your attention, for your time, for your patience. And Tatiana, can you in the group share the file with the questions collected. And this way, our partners may write down all the questions they are interested, as we want to be able to answer all your questions. And maybe for the future, we will make a file of 100 frequently asked questions and with their answers. Dear colleagues, we may continue and answer some of your questions, or how should we structure it better? Collect from all our partners the questions they have and then answer them. But in any case, I encourage you to follow our news, attend our webinars, and actively participate in the project. Please get trained and prepared very well, as we are getting closer and closer to our pre-launch and launch. Well, Dragas, actually we planned to have Q&A session at this webinar for Russian room. Actually, I wrote down some questions, and then translators will actually translate the questions from other language rooms. Do you agree? Well, the first question is about uGain certificates. Yes, the certificates are ready. They will be presented, but we have over 4,000 people to get their certificates, and manually it's quite bulky and time consuming and labor consuming, and therefore we design a button in the back office by clicking which you can generate your certificate, and all the data in your back office will be integrated into the certificate and you can download it. And for as soon as the IT guys actually are free from the urgent tasks, they will design this button. Then a question for you. So synchronization of the app with the reporting system in businesses, supermarket. Guys, there is no request. Those partners who would like to integrate with supermarket for keeper and all the other accounting and reporting systems, we will design this synchronization. But for entrepreneurs to start applying our uGain, they don't need synchronization. Synchronization is needed for the businesses with high traffic, for instance, supermarkets, when there are these cashiers overloaded with customers. But it won't be done instantly, but it will take about 2-3 months to synchronize. There is a question about the status of a consultant. Look, all the statuses or ranks are in line with the marketing plan of Evorich. All the statuses of a partner, of an agent, of a consultant. And you know, to be a consultant, you need 4 downlines with 2 sign-ups, and altogether you get 12 entrepreneurs, and it's not in the first downline. So the status of a consultant in line with the marketing plan of our company. as is now? There was this question. The tentative day of pre-launch and the launch date. But before I hand over to you, I want to tell a little bit that first of all 15th September, then 15th October, and look, maybe we should not cite the exact date as it's not dependent fully on us, but maybe the tentative date can be shared. What do you think, Dragas? Well, Tatiana, I fully agree with you. And by the way, I was not intending to share any specific date today, and Denise shared it clearly. Look, we are ready to launch even tomorrow. Our application is fully ready. The problem is not the application as it is operational and functional. I want to learn from you. How many people our attendees you want to work, register entrepreneurs, but make not a penny, not make a penny? Do we have the people who do not want to be paid for their work? As you said, that later on they will earn a lot. Guys, you didn't understand the question. Do you want to start working without being paid? This is the question. There are no such people, as here it's very simple. Dan said one important thing. If we want to reach our results, we have only one chance. We have to launch our product in a good way from the very start. There is no chance to make the second impression. You see that we live in the era of technologies where all the news is received instantly, and we may not afford to take a wrong step. We may not afford to see dysfunctions of our payment system. Look, I have my own business and I know the business environment. You are at the cash point and there is a large line of people staying in a queue. And today, this line may be longer even as there is this social distancing requirements are in place and everyone is waiting his turn to make a payment. But you, instead of offering a discount and getting his feedback and asking him whether he likes the service, the product he buys, we should or we have to keep our clients waiting because the system is malfunctioning. it rejects the payments. And sometimes it is beyond our control. But all this creates negative impressions. Can you think what may happen to a customer? He will say, I will never come back to your shop. I dislike this attitude. I don't want to wait. It's not the blame, the fault of the entrepreneur, and it's not even the fault of the application. Quite likely, this is the payment system to be blamed that is not fully functional. And this payment system may not be associated with our company, but to accelerate, to launch fast, we apply someone else's payment system without due diligence, without its validation and verification. And accordingly, this system may not feed large volumes of information or payments, and the system may not accept a lot of payments, a lot of customers, and accordingly, it will malfunction. It will be frozen. And therefore, as you know, if you are in a hurry, you may encounter on your road very large impediments and risks and then never meet the expectations. As Dan said before, we have only one chance to make the first impression. Therefore, I prefer waiting for another week, but be sure that we are 100% functional. We have our payment system, and we will actually get satisfaction from the work with this system. Thank you for your attention. We can move on with our Q&A. Which languages will we present these flyers or brochures? Look, originally we expected to launch in top 10 countries, and this is the policy of the company, that the translation is provided depending on the sales of the country. Therefore, all our materials are always translated into 7 languages. They are the languages of top 10 countries: Russian, English, Italian, Vietnamese, Hindi, and Arabic. Arabic and Spanish. 7 languages. Our webinars are translated, and the materials will be in these languages. Later on, we plan to expand, but please try in your countries, work accordingly to actually become the top leader countries, the top countries in sales, to get the relevant materials in your language. Many countries are Russian speaking, and there was a question about the Georgian language. I know that in Georgia, many people are fluent in Russian, and many people and countries speak English, and therefore firstly, we will use this material. And then we will decide which languages to translate into. There was a series of questions. One of them, Jamila actually answered about 12 entrepreneurs, and the question that stems from it: 12 entrepreneurs. If the answer yes to this question, then how can I get a status of an agent through uGain? Jamila, can you answer this question? Look, the statuses under the marketing plan of Evorich, 40% is shared by the company with us, and you can find this marketing plan with all the explanations of how to become an agent, a consultant, and under the new marketing plan to become an entrepreneur, each person registers, and only after making a payment, he becomes a client. First of all, he is a registered user, then a client, and only even a client registers a new person with a payment affected, only then we become partners. Before that, we registered, we accepted the terms and conditions of cooperation, and we became partners. And now it's not available anymore. So please understand that to become a partner, you need to actually earn this right. So to find a person who will invest or make a purchase. And all these ranks, these details could be found in the back office. And we had a webinar, I believe 2 or 3 weeks ago, a webinar on the marketing plan, where in a scheme way Dragas explained the this marketing plan, and in the back office of the API, under the picture below, you can select uGain section, and there you will find recordings of all the webinars, slides for all the webinars, these training slides, training presentations, as well as a brochure by Alexander Vasyutin, frequently asked questions, and where you can actually find your name. There was a question. In the same page, you will find these lists A and B. It is in the back office of the Academy of Private Investor, education section, subsection uGain. And when you enter there, in blue, you see presentations. You click these presentations, and then you click this text, and you have a document opened. And I want to clarify, as many partners text that they contacted the support team, and look, the support team is overloaded with a lot of information. So there are requests about the start of the exchange. If they don't respond, then please do it once again, or don't be shy and write to us, because many people don't even believe or remember which email they indicated, and therefore they don't know why they are not in the group. Therefore, please, once again, double check your login, your email, and the email you indicated when you pass the exam. And some unclear situation could be resolved through passing another exam at the edge of the pre-start date. So please get ready for this examination in the short run to answer any question which may arise based on the training you can find, the training materials you can find in the back office. There is a list of questions. Will we go through it as we are answering his questions? Thank you, Anastasia, Jamila, for your answer. Well, lists A and lists B. The support team will not actually respond you quickly it will write down all your details and then they will be validated. And as soon as the people, the relevant people respond, the support team will reply to you whether there is a response, a reply to my case. I hand pass over to another question. The interest from the payment counts to the depth. Does everyone, irrespective of the status, get and without the subscription fee of uGain? Dan, can you answer this question?
Guys, uGain subscription is going to be necessary at the initial stage, and then we'll have to see those payments with the linked cards from your structure to whom you're. Uh, Денис, будьте добры. So let's repeat. So the payments with the linked cards will be launched with the official launch. At the preliminary launch, this option is not going to be available unless we have the single payment system for all the countries. To pay the subscription fee to receive those commissions won't be necessary. Recommend uGain, those who subscribe using your referral link and then pay the subscription, including the business owners, will ensure that you will receive your commission fee. So guys, we need to wait until the official launch. Thank you very much. Mr. Denis Bispatov. I saw one more question regarding the cards. It's from the Italian chat. The commission from the payment, maybe not necessarily from the bank cards. So we receive the commission when people pay cash or only bank card payments. Are you clear with the question? Yes, guys.
Девочки, вы меня сейчас слышите?
I think we have a commission from 5 levels deep from the linked cards, but there are also commissions from the recommendations made by the business owner. And it doesn't matter how they're going to pay, with a card or with cash, the business owner will pay that money or will accrue that money. I think to make head or tail of all of those two types of income, you need to rewatch our trainings and see whether the payment comes from the card or from cash. On the other hand, you can receive it from card payments. On the other hand, it doesn't matter whether it's cash payment or card payment. Will I be able to connect business owners under people who don't have a license? For example, a business owner or a user brought a friend and wants me to register them in my structure. So the business owner wants me to register that person in my structure. Is it possible? Well, if the entrepreneur brings, or a user brings, their friends and says, register them under you, will it be possible to do, dear friends and colleagues, until this opportunity is announced? Only accredited partners will be able to register other people. We as a community receive the opportunity to promote uGain across business owners. So we get that priority opportunity. That's why we held all those trainings, to make sure that we launch and go into the market in the correct way, so that we say the correct things to business owners. Well, technically it's possible. Then we need to think whether we should also make it available later to other promoters as well, not company promoters. A business owner will be able to register only using the promo code of the accredited promoter and not anyone else. Therefore, business owners will be able to register under them in the first line, not back to back, or the business owner can recommend another business owner. No. Well, technically, it's possible, it's not a problem, but it's all about giving the priority to our accredited promoters. It's all about the first impression. I think there is one more question to you. Technical issues. The manager, the cashier, or a waiter, when they register a client, will they get into their first structure in the first line and the business owner into the second line? And if the employee leaves that particular work, quits that work, will the structure stays? Cashiers, administrators, and waiters, those people who handle cash, they can use uGain Business to invite people into the business owner's structure using the QR code. They will register, not they won't register them into their structure. They will use their promo code to register clients into the business owner's structure. And the business owner in his or her admin account can track the work of their personnel. It's like an additional instrument for the business owner, but this client will not get the employee will not get those clients into their structure. But of course, there will be some smart people, um, waiters and cashiers, who will download uGain application and then will start poaching clients using their QR code. Well, it is possible, but it's not morally correct, you know. It's poaching. So it's about how we're going to position our system to the business owner. We need to tell them how our work is built and how their personnel should invite other people. On the other hand, we have built a system when the business owner will give specific instructions to their personnel and they will do what they are supposed to do. And if we work correctly, the employee, by inviting other people through their QR code in the application, will register them into the structure of the business owner and not their own structure. And even if the employee quits, the entire structure will stay with the entrepreneur. Dear participants, could you please write your questions in the Q&A section, not in the chat? Thank you. Another question is, can we make sure that the inviter's code be displayed automatically and cannot be changed? That's how it is, guys. We haven't discussed everything so far, and we cannot discuss all possible scenarios. What we're going to do in the back office is that the QR code will not be amendable, will not be changeable. That's why we have very challenging tasks, tasks that maybe are even more difficult than the tasks faced by Google and other major IT conglomerates. We're the pioneers, and we'll do our best to make it as best as we can, as good as we can. So we should make a very good selling presentation of uGain for our partners, for them to be able to have to conduct those presentations for business owners with real pictures and screenshots from the application, and not with made up designs during the training. Dennis, I think that the screenshot that you showed were from the real application, right? They were not artificially designed or drawn images. I'm trying to think what kind of... Я могу, я могу помочь. Помните, вы писали So I'm not sure whether I showed any made up screenshots or artificial screenshots. Maybe when we created our first promotional videos with sketches using the videographer to show how we would like it to be, maybe some of those screenshots were artificial. In our presentations, we never used made up pictures or pictures taken from the internet. This is a totally working system. Those screenshots were real. They were either screenshots from the smartphone itself or pictures of the operational software. But again, dear colleagues, I agree that it is very important for us to be able to have a selling presentation. I'm not sure whether you received the promotional materials and the selling presentations, those trainings that we took and the scripts that we have in our sales guidelines and in our brochure, the videos that we have developed so far. So the entire means of communication with our business owners and entrepreneurs, it's all selling material. And those selling materials are intended to make people take an action, either allow them to solve their problems, needs, their pain, and call them to action. So that's how all of our promotional materials have been developed. So also I wanted to add that the coordinators are being trained right now. We will prepare a presentation for them, and the promoters will get that presentation, and every promoter, well, until then it was a little bit more difficult because you were spread across the entire world, and we hold our webinars once a week. Maybe some of your wishes, some of your comments never reached us. Now we have national coordinators, and those national coordinators will have a certain number of promoters. And your referral point so your will be contact point will be your coordinator. And then if the coordinator can help you, and their contact point will be Jamila, who is the coordinator of all national coordinators. So that's the hierarchy. The work is being structured right now, and your feedback is going to be received in a better way. I've taken all the questions from the Russian chat. I see only one question in the Italian chat, and I wanted to ask it, and then we can move on to other chats as well, so that we can hear and answer the questions from other chats too. And then if we have still time, we'll go back to the Russian chat. There was a question from the Italian room, and the partner is asking when and how and what material will be given to us to work with business owners. Anastasia, you already replied that question. Can you repeat it? So could you please repeat the question? Yes. What kind of materials we are going to get to work with business owners? Well, for you to be able to work with business owners and agents, we have that material already. We're talking about videos here that you can use during the official launch. We will present them on all people who did not pass the exam the first time will get a chance to do it a second time. And after all of those measures, events, we will present our promotional videos, two of them, flyers as well. We have quite a big informational package for you to use and to get in touch with business owners. And it will tell you what this application is all about, what it's for. So the presentational material will be ready, but you will have it at the launch. And also there will be an invitational video too. It will be an official, and you will have time to talk to your business owners before it. And the more business owners you invite to our official launch, the more successful your personal start is going to be. Because remember, those watches, Maserati, and all other gifts will be the contest, will start at the official launch. So the more entrepreneurs you invite, the faster you can get to the desired target indicator for you to be eligible for Maserati watches, MacBooks. But of course, your personal charisma and communication skills will play a big role. Do I understand correctly, Anastasia, that the task of our promoters at the moment is to pass on their enthusiasm and passion to business owners with just words, without burdening them with technicalities, just to talk to them, right, informally, and to pass on the enthusiasm to them and invite them to the official launch. And we will tell you when the official launch is. Well, we know when it's gonna happen, but we don't want to say it because if it fails, you won't blame us for not keeping our promise. So it's in the near future, and we will also provide the link to the online event. We'll give the link, and they should register so that they would be receiving reminders of that event. So what you need to do is to infect them with your enthusiasm. And the rest will be taken care of by us during the official launch. We will do that work for you. So yes, Tatiana is saying it right. We will do all the work for you. All you have to do is to invite as many business owners as possible. Give me an 8 in the chat if you participated in our Eventy. So this event will be like Eventy, but dedicated specifically to uGain. We will make sure to pass on that drive. And when the business owners come to that event, they will realize that this is what they needed, and they won't understand how they could do without uGain in the past. And of course, this is going to be a global event. It will be an online event like our Eventy, broadcast across different countries with different speakers. And you can invite business owners from other countries as well. Even if you are in one particular country, you can invite business owners from other countries. And that invitation that you're going to receive and send it and tell your family, friends and acquaintances, it will be a very good indicator of your work. And of course, tell them to get in touch with you as soon as you watch the video and watch the Eventy, how to help them get their hands on this application, on that golden nugget, which uGain is. And by the way, this webinar is broadcast live, and we are also broadcasting it on YouTube, and it will be also kept on our YouTube Evorich channel. And by the way, I would like to add that you can already start working with business owners right now. Do your first rendezvous, do your first meetings, and at the second rendezvous, you can start selling this product. So you can already start doing the first meetings, having the first meetings already today. you can get their interest, and then you invite them to our online event. Could you please ask your questions in the chat? Thank you. Or in the Q&A section, not in the chat. Now, we're doing a lot of preparatory work, says Jamila, but you should do your prep work too. So you don't have to start from scratch. Try to contact as many business owners as possible, 300, 500, 1,000 different business owners. It's like, taking someone through the back door to a very cool event. So we haven't yet announced the pre-launch, and you can already invite them to this application. So I would like thank you for all of you guys who added value. And now let's take the questions in the other rooms as well. So I took all of the questions in the Italian room because I speak Italian. What about other rooms as well? Do we have questions there? So guys, I will start asking your questions. So Tanya Saron, I asked you a question about I have 2 people in my team that got 87 people and so on. Guys, if you want to see the questions, they are in the Q&A and we will go one by one. So you don't have to send any email to anyone. Just go to the support and leave your data there. Make sure that you met all the criteria, that you paid for the VIP subscription and it's active, not that you paid it somewhere in the past, but it should be, your subscription should be active, and that you also meet the second criteria, which is consultant or higher, or you made a personal investment of 1,000 units or more. If you meet those 2 criteria, then go to the support and leave your data. And then the support will enter your data into the table and will give you an answer sometime later. They won't be able to tell you right away what the problem is, but they will give you an answer if you have access to business owners and not what you need to do. Khalid, I asked you a question whether we can get a demo version of the application. Dennis says, guys, the demo version of the application is suspended before the pre-launch. The demo version that I showed you at our presentation is the demo that we have. As soon as we have the pre-launch, we will immediately give you the demo version. The reason why we don't want to give it right now is because we still have the unresolved issue of synchronization with the back office. And as soon as this issue is resolved, we will give the demo version. As for the letters, guys, those who did not find yourself in lists A and B, I see 38 people who sent their tickets to the support, of which only 4 people haven't yet been addressed. So if you still have problems, write to the support at the address that we gave you. We will give you an answer. So, William Pawson, I asked your question regarding the geolocation. Yes, it is possible to use this application has the geolocation unless the user himself or herself blocked the geolocation. Because usually when you install an application, the system asks you whether you would allow the geolocation or not. And of course, if the user blocks the geolocation, we won't have access to that information. We also thought about this function regarding the situation when a person enters a store and doesn't make a purchase. Well, we just don't want to overburden our users with excessive information. We don't want to spam them all the time. We don't want to send them letters that are not really of critical importance to them right now, because we're living in the world of excessive information already. Imagine I go to a cafe and I see that there is a line in there, or the cafe is full of people, or something else, and I leave that cafe. I don't have to receive any questions in my uGain application why I left that cafe without a purchase, because it will irritate me. For now, at least, we're not going to enable people to do that. Neither people nor the system itself. It will be considered as spamming. Thank you. Then, since you opened the table with the people who are already verified, I will read out the list of people who are confirmed and can work with business owners, and will publish that list as well. We'll publish the news. If we publish the news today's and tomorrow there will be new people added, so people will ask me why I'm not in the news, because I also gave my link, my application. So guys, to calm you down a little bit, those for you who have been waiting for a long time, I will read out the list for those of you who meet the requirements and can work with business owners. Ирина Галушкин. А почему вам не расшарить экран, и мы бы тогда все видели его? Или это там какая-то конфиденциальная информация? Ну, просто вы сейчас неправильно повторите, а потом мы еще неправильнее повторим. И в итоге будет сломанный телефон, совсем не похожий на оригинал. Понимаете, о чем я? So we need, I asked Tatiana is to simply show the list. Why pronounce the name and torture those names? Because there are telephone numbers, emails. I don't want to show that information. They're personal investments. It's sensitive information. I will just show the names. So next question, please. And I will prepare that information. Does uGain application use Telegram for chat? So dear friends, we have a different system for chat. It's our internal system. The in-application chat is a totally proprietary system, our system. We do not use third-party systems. We have integration with Telegram for the delivery of order-related information to the administrators. In the uGain integration section, you can connect your Telegram in order to deliver messages. If I'm, for example, I'm the administrator of a company, I receive information about my orders. That's it. I would like to know where I can find the form for the second test. The second test will be held in December, in the first half of December. And we have more information provided so far. And also we are updating our test, and very soon there will be a second test. Еще вопрос. So, Mehena Naitali, I asked you a question. about the result test being 50%, but your name still not being included on the list. So we have such people, three, four, five such people who are in the similar situation. When you took the test, we asked you to show, indicate, specify the email that you used in the academy and use your real name that you used in the academy. Otherwise, the synchronization between the test results and the back office doesn't work. And when people took the test, some of them specified the incorrect email, or they didn't give the telephone number that we have in our database, or maybe they shortened their name or misspelled their name. So we have all the test results preserved. And there are cases when there are people who just misspelled their names. Just to tell us which support you can those please write to support@ugain.dev and we will see it through. Okay, support@ugain.dev and we will help you out, and I will write it in the chat as well. Mehena could please write to the support@ugain.dev and then we'll make sure. But don't worry, your case will be solved. Let me write it to you in the chat over here. So it's in the chat, guys, the address right there. Because I understand that the first test was really complex. It was multiple choice test. There were questions with several correct answers, and yeah, the questions will be new. Еще один вопрос от Михаила. And guys, last question from the English chat. Those who took the first test, will they have also to take the second test? Not necessarily. The second chance is given to those who didn't pass the test the first time, because either they failed or they didn't have time or multiple other reasons. So if you passed successfully the first test, your box is already checked, so you don't have to take it a second time. That's it. I know that there are a lot of questions, and it will be more effective if we collect those questions all together, and we'll make a list of those questions. Но из английского чата закончились, только если из испанского там пару вопросов, и все. А потому что, у нас английский... So guys, we'll take 3 more questions from the Spanish and Arabic chats. And if we still have some questions, unanswered questions, we will all put them together and we'll give access. And we'll give answers and then access to those answers to you. We will add them all into one Google form. I think we should also create that form to add new questions to it as well. So maybe we'll also put a person in charge of collecting and answering those questions. Guys, all of your questions should be addressed to support@ugain.dev. Maybe that's why you didn't receive your answer, because the Academy's support service is really overloaded with flooded with different questions. So uGain related questions should be sent to the email address that you see in your chats, support@ugain.dev. And then we will collect all those questions and give you answers and make it publicly available. Also for the Russian speakers, we created a Russian Telegram. It's both a channel and the chat. It was our personal initiative, and you can ask those questions if you're registered in the chat. Registered. So add yourself there in that chat, and we'll copy everything that's going on. I will send it right now. We have 242 participants there already. То есть это для русскоязычных, да, еще раз, Анастасия? So this chat is for Russian speakers. Although we have some foreign partners there as well. Let's not say foreign, non-Russian speakers. But originally, this chat was created for Russian speakers. Belarus, Ukraine, Russia, Baltic states. You can use the Google Translator to know what's going on in the chat. But originally, I repeat, this chat was intended for Russian speakers, but I'm sure that our national coordinators will create similar chats for your languages as well. So for now, you can use this chat that I just linked in the Zoom chat. But again, you'll have to use Google Translate. Let us ask a question from the Spanish room. A couple of questions. If I'm not in the list A, but I would like to participate in uGain project, I already downloaded the application, but I can't enter the application. Dennis, will you answer that question? Guys, as far as the registration authorization is concerned, entering the application, you won't be able for now to do it. We do it conscientiously. Until the technical launch, it won't be available. Only testers can enter the application. We have a couple of them with their own telephone numbers. And with your login and with your telephone number, you won't be able to enter the application. As I said, we're still synchronizing the IT team, the IT developers of the back office are completing the synchronization, and as soon as it is done, it will be available. For now, we have two unresolved technical issues, which is synchronization with the back office and the payment system. Dragos already explained to you and gave a part of the information regarding the payment system, but it doesn't all depend on us, and you might know how difficult it is to address or to launch international financial instruments. The number of instrument documents that we need to prepare, there's a whole bunch of them. We need to fill it in, confirm, validate, verify. It's Switzerland. Switzerland is strict about those things. Just maybe you can Google it or ask your friends who are lawyers, those who work with the European Union or Switzerland in particular. Those guys cost a lot of money and they charge a lot of money. And at the same time, they are very, very slow. You go to their office in the morning and they tell you, come back in several days. And then you go back several days later and nothing has started yet. So that's how they work. We have to accept it as is. So I added one more channel in the chat. Let me copy paste it to you. So guys, if you want to understand what's going on, you just take the news in Russian and you can have it translated by Google Translate. So the second channel is for news only. You won't be able to write anything in it. It's for news in order to avoid flooding of the channel. But as soon as we have our pre-launch and launch, all the updated information will be provided. Those partners, Evorich partners, who have their own companies, how can they be registered? Should they register their businesses themselves? Like, for example, they first register themselves as individuals and then they register them as business owners. Well, we have two ways here. Partners who successfully passed the test, they can register their businesses, no problem. We can set up a separate Zoom meeting, a training explaining how existing partners can register themselves as business owners. And the second option, if that partner, business owner, did not pass the test and they don't have the rights to promote the application, then they will have to find a partner who has the right to register business owners and sign under them. I guess in this case, you better watch and familiarize with all our training materials and videos, and then pass the test and register your company under your name. Are we done with the question? I can show you the result. У нас еще с арабского был вопрос. So we have one question from the Arabic chat too. If a businessman registers and pays the subscription, and then he downloads the uGain application as a client and uses it through his referral link. So how much the client will have to pay for that, if I translated it correctly? Okay, allow me to answer that question, says Dennis. A business owner right now cannot register before the official launch. And starting from the pre-launch, a business owner can register only if they have the promo code of the accredited promoter. We've done it knowingly in order for for the business owners to join our system following personal recommendations. And when the whole promotion, when we make available all possible channels and ways of promotion, like registering without the promo code, it will happen, but later, not now. For now, we are enabling our accredited partners to do that. It's like a priority boarding on a plane, because they passed the test and they are loyal clients of our ecosystem. For now, business owners will be only able to register using the promo code of the accredited promoter. And we have a 50% discount for the launch, where the subscription for the business owner will cost $150 per year. But you'll have to pay the subscription within the next 2 weeks after the launch. Or they may not pay anything and use it for free for 3 months. And then they will have to pay around $30 per month to keep using that platform. For those business owners who would like to save their money and those who would like to use their budget effectively, for them, this offer to pay 1 year ahead will be more profitable, because it will be cheaper to pay a full year, rather than pay 12 months separately. Thank you, Dennis, and I will share my screen. And as Dennis suggested, you can... Я предлагаю вы... So guys, I will read it out, and then you can find your names on that list. So here you can see people who can work with business owners already. Irina Galushkina, Dududi Le Skosana, Sifo Skosana, Di Dumi Sami, Edwin Humalo, Claudio Marchioni, Michael McKelvin, Saif Al Harti, Lopresti Antonino, Bukra Hrimic, Olavale Funmilayo. So here we can see the email only, because it says Sidon di no Luvo. So there was no name, just an email. So I guess you guys will recognize your email. Lesuan Fuong. So should I really read out those names, because I'm really torturing those names? So, like Mr. Elmer, Mr. Kansky, Temergeliva Alma, Codreano Angela, De Angelis Paolo, Nomfuso Mnuna, Maria Astrid Jimenez Geraldo, Jana Vaichuk, Petruccelli Dante, Princiotta Giuseppe, Susik Alex, Victor Borisenko, Daisy Rosalba, Carboni Diego. So those people can rest assured, and they will be able to work with business owners. And those people will get all of their instructions, where, how, and with what they can register, as if they were in list A. Also, we have 4 people whom it says we couldn't find their email name. It's Biagio Giambo, Antonio De Chiara, Francesco Galuzzi, Martino Fabrizio. We couldn't find their email or their telephone number. So guys, when you took the test, you were supposed to specify the correct email, telephone number, and name. And in this case, your emails that we found do not match the emails that you used to register in your back office. That's why we couldn't find your test results. So guys, you need to remember what email you're going to use, what email you used when you took the test, and then pass on that information to the support, so that they could use it, that the support could use it, and give you the opportunity to be in list A. Yes, guys. So we need either the correct email, the correct name, or the telephone number that you used during the test. But it should be exactly the same, and then you pass it on to support service, and that's it. So guys, if you submitted the ticket to the support and you don't see your name either here or there, then your ticket is still being processed by the support. So let's not call it a day, because we have very interesting news for you. It's the news from the field. Valentin Sokolnikov wrote me in the private message, and he said that he's watching us, and he wanted to share emotions with us, his emotions. He already, let me scroll it back, and he says that he already, let me read it out. Hello, UGPay. I already registered my account with UGPay. I topped it up with dollars, euros. I bought Bitcoin, then I sold it, and then I sent it back. So guys, UGPay account is up and working, and everything is up and running, and very soon you will see it with your own eyes. So you can already share that news from our field, And also Valentin said that he already issued his virtual MasterCard card, but not yet physical, because our bank cards will bear our company's logo on it. So very soon you'll be able to order your own bank cards. And he said, I wrote it to Mr. Denis Bespyatov, but he doesn't read his messages. So this is our news. He said it specifically for our meeting here. So guys, those of you who stayed until the very end, you just heard the latest news that UGPay system is up and running. So in the very near future, everything is gonna be launched. It's great. I'm very happy. So Valentin, I answered you back in your messages. Really cool. Really, very good news. And guys, I wanted to add here too. Let's be positive. So because what we believe in, that's what we get. Just be patient, okay? It will take some more time, but if we wait, the waiting will be rewarded, I'm sure. Nothing happens by coincidence. You believe in us, we believe in you. Everything is gonna be great, I'm sure. So guys, let's call it today and let's go to bed with that great news. So I see questions are coming to our support. So dear colleagues, have a nice evening, have a nice morning. Write to us and let's make our processes better. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. Yes, have a nice evening or day or morning or night. Bye bye.